Hi everyone, so today I'd like to talk about caching. Not to be confused with cash as in money, but caching in terms of the technology that we use to output websites, to speed up and optimize websites. Now, for those of you who don't know what caching is, essentially a lot of the times caching really has to deal with our website and trying to speed up the website. And the reason why you try to speed up the website is because a lot of the times websites are now dynamically generated either by using PHP or ASP or some sort of server-side language. Now, a server-side language is basically when somebody tries to visit a website, the server executes a program and returns an entire website to you. So the actual website is what is called dynamic. It's changing as opposed to static, which is a normal HTML website. Now, the reason why you would want to optimize by caching is because if you have a lot of visitors visiting your website, the server would be executing basically the software every time someone visits the website to generate the website to the visitor. And this, of course, increases the load on the server. This, of course, sometimes hits the input-output of the server a little bit hard. So, as I said, the reason for caching is to be able to sort of merge the dynamic part, the generating of the page, into a static page which could be delivered to the user. And in that way, you actually speed up your website and reduce the load of your server, or at least be able to handle more users at the same time on your server. Now, caching is done basically, I want to simplify what the caching is because people think that it's a very complicated situation. Let's imagine that you have a PHP website and your PHP website generates a page that is a themed page, a page that's looking pretty. But of course the PHP website has to pull from the database, and during that process, of course, there's processing taking place on the server to pull that data and so forth. Now, what caching does, and you can code caching, you could code PHP to do caching for you, is basically the first time somebody visits the website, that generation is saved in some sort of static, like a text file of some sort. So when the second visitor visits, it doesn't have to go through going back to the database, pulling the information, generating it back. All it has to do is check to see if the file exists. If that file exists, it will output that file instead of going back through the whole database and stuff. And that is basically what caching is. So it avoids you having to put excess load on your system. Now this increases the amount of users you can handle at a time. And I would say from experience that it also speeds up the actual load time of the website as well. So for example, I have been able to tune PHP websites to respond within a second or so, and that is about 1,000 milliseconds, and that's not bad. But as your visitors increase, so let's say you have 50 visitors one shot, then your server load will increase, and obviously that 1 second may become 5 seconds, and that's where the caching will come in, because the caching will reduce, as I said, the database pulls and then the PHP execution before HTML is brought forth to the user. So I will give you a little bit of an example as well, or give you an idea of how you can cache. As I said, so we're coming back to the second user. So the first user had to load the PHP. The second user loads the PHP, but the PHP doesn't go through the entire pulling from the database and whatnot. It just pulls the text file. And that is going to help a lot. So I would say that the easiest way to do caching is to cache to a text file and just pull back that text file when you need to pull back the text file. Now there's other ways of caching as well. There's the very popular way, which I believe Facebook and all these other popular websites use, which is memcache. Now what memcache does, it takes it a bit further. Instead of storing it as a text file, it stores it in memory. So by doing that, that memory is about 100 times faster, 200 times faster than the hard drive. So even that also accelerates it. So I hope I explained a little bit in more detail, and I hope you understand what caching is and what are the benefits and advantages of caching. So I would like you to continue to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can receive more updates and more videos as well as they come out. And please subscribe and comment as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.